Welcome, members of the Coalition and of the Social and Behavioral Public Health class. My name is Sarah Wahab, and I am offering a smoking cessation intervention plan for a cellular app which motivates and connects people all over the world to exercise in place of smoking. In this presentation, I will review a history of smoking, my intervention app idea, the applicable social and behavioral models of health, and ways to evaluate the effectiveness of this proposed intervention. Could you imagine, just a few decades ago, smoking was considered safe by the American Medical Association? Today, thanks to advanced medical research in the field of public health, people are aware of how unsafe this addiction truly is. More doctors smoke Camels than any other cigarette would be unheard of today. Smoking is a major health concern and is actually the #1 public health concern currently. Moreover, the tobacco is the leading cause for diagnosis of lung cancer in people across the world, which is also the leading cause of cancer death. Quitting tobacco at any moment will greatly improve life expectancy in cancer patients and the general public. In addition, quitting tobacco will anytime throughout life will dramatically reduce chances for heart attack, stroke, and cancer. In fact, after 2 weeks of quitting, the risk of heart attack starts to drop and lung function improves. And about 1 year after quitting, the risk of coronary heart disease is half as much as a smoker. Looking at the picture here, we can see a few harmful side effects of smoking. The intervention app I would like to create is based on smoking because so many people in Maine smoke. Although there are many resources to help Mainers quit, they may not be as effective as possible. A national report indicates that Maine directs $14.2 million per year to anti-smoking initiatives, spending more per resident than any other state. While efforts are in place to decrease smoking, such as UMaine and other campuses designating as tobacco-free, the rates still remain fairly high at 20% to 30%. The benefits of mobile phone apps over traditional cessation interventions include the ability to access support anytime, anywhere via complex functions, including interactive self-monitoring activities, diverse multimedia, and tailored support via context sensors, as seen in a study by Bortorff-Strick. Regardless of the vast amount of smoking cessation apps, many do not represent an evidence and theory-based approach and fail to include the perspective of those using the app. And it's critical that users' actual experiences line up with expectations the designers had when creating the app, or the intervention may not have success attracting and engaging users. The app's reminders and messages will be designed based on craving schedules. In other words, the reminder frequency is tailored to their craving frequency. Every time a user gets a craving, their heart rate may increase and is detected by their Fitbit. For those who don't have one, their cell phone can deliver messages every few hours and set by the user according to how many cigarettes they smoke daily. The app will then send them a reminder to breathe deeply or perform whichever small-scale exercise activity they choose. Activities include push-ups, sit-ups, jumping jacks, running in place, or walking. They may also choose to record extra activity time if an unexpected craving arises from a stressful event. Positive quotes and motivating text messages on health benefits of quitting will also be sent to the user as a way to reinforce positive thoughts. The trans-theoretical model of change offers a valuable approach with respect to the perspective of the end user. Matching intervention constructs to an individual's stage of change can optimize the potential for progress to the next stage and work systematically to higher stages until achieving lasting behavioral change. If an individual starts using a smoking cessation app at a stage that they are not ready for, they may be discouraged, fail, and not follow through. Thus, starting an individual at the right stage in the app with the right goals tailored to them is highly important for their success. A study by Monica Webb Hooper on the effects of a culturally tailored tobacco cessation intervention suggested that culturally specific interventions are beneficial and culturally tailored counseling is effective. The social cognitive theory is another useful theory employed in this intervention. Effective techniques include increasing self-efficacy, vicarious learning, and enactive attainment, which are all possible with an app. Self-efficacy can be built through diminishing one's fear and negative emotions associated with the behavior and exposing them to others performing the behavior, which is vicarious learning, as well as through verbal persuasion and coaching, which is an active attainment. This app will show how many other users are currently performing that exercise at the same time as the user. This informs the user that they're not alone and increases motivation. In a study by Lao Unit called Effectiveness of a Text Messaging-Based Smoking Cessation Intervention, Happy Quit, for smoking cessation in China, there was a positive correlation between smoking cessation and frequency of self-efficacy promoting text messages. De Clemente says the theory of reason action has a dual focus. First, it suggests that beliefs about health behaviors will shape intent. And second, it suggests that social influences are an equally important influence on intent. This theory applies to this intervention because the app helps create a positive outlook on smoking cessation via motivating text messages and medical facts on the health benefits of quitting sent to the user. This app aims to shape one's beliefs about smoking and the intent to quit, and then the action of exercise should follow. The theory of reason action also takes into account the importance of social influences in quitting by showing the user how many other people are participating in that smoking deterring exercise. By targeting the beliefs about the behavior, the attitudes toward the behavior, the intention behind the behavior, and coping strategies, the individual may be more likely to change that behavior. The effect of my intervention will be measured using data collected from the app to see how many people accomplish their goals. If the user reached their goals and sub-objectives and read all the messages, then the subject objectives would be successfully met. If an individual did not follow through, then the effectiveness of the app cannot be evaluated on that user. Evaluation and data collection can be done in a medical setting also with a follow-up cotinine, which is a tobacco screening test, with user consent. All in all, behavior of exercising and medical outcome of smoking cessation are the main criteria used in evaluating the effectiveness of this intervention. And here's some other questions we could consider, in making sure that the users didn't relapse, and it's also very important to make sure they keep exercising to prevent that. So thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this presentation.